When you go to the store and pick up a comic book, 99% of the time you know what's going to happen ultimately. Unless you're reading something by, say, Alan Moore, hero's going to win. 99% of the time, doesn't matter how bad it looks, doesn't matter how desperate things seem, whatever that guy needs to do, be it Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, he's going to do it. Doesn't matter. He's going to get it done. Whatever has to be done. Of course, that's a comic book. It's not a realistic expectation that somebody's going to be able to do anything to get the job done. And yet, we've kind of made these mythical ideas surrounding these players in sports. We don't get there that often with them, but sometimes an athlete in sports is so good and so dependable, we just expect that no matter what it takes, he's going to do it. Michael Jordan did this for virtually half his career. Some would say Roger Federer was there for a while. Joe Montana was obviously one of those guys. Just a lot of guys in sports throughout the years who obtained that mythical level where we just expected them to do whatever. And they would win. And here we are. We're here with Peyton Manning. It doesn't matter what needs to be done. He could be down 13 points with 4 minutes left. He could be down 20 points with 2 minutes left. It doesn't matter. We just have this expectation that if he wants to do it, he's going to do it. Throughout his whole career, he's been dancing back and forth between this status and perhaps just the ordinary really good quarterback status, and it's this season that he's really gotten there. You know, I'm trying to think of how many times in history, however, where we got that sort of productivity every single game. Tom Brady, yeah, we knew that at the end of the day, there was a really good chance he was going to win the Super Bowl. But we knew the Patriots were going to lose a couple games. Meaningless games, maybe, but they went out there from time to time. They tried to win, and they lost. Only during the 2007 season, during the first, 4 months, did we really get to a level with the Patriots and Tom Brady that we felt they're never going to lose. And then they did. But for a 4-month period of time, we kind of felt that way about Tom Brady. Did Joe Montana ever get to the point where he would win every game? Maybe for a short period of time, but I wouldn't say over an extended period. Michael Jordan? He lost at least a dozen games every year. The nature of the sport makes it difficult, but he still lost from time to time. And now that brings us to Peyton Manning, who has given us that comic book feel every week this season. He hasn't lost a game that he tried to win in, that he played the full game in 13 months. Every time he goes out there and gets a full 60 minutes to try his hardest to get the win, he got the win. Home, away, elite opponent, garbage opponent, it doesn't matter. He won every game that he had a full shake at winning. And now we expect the impossible of him. We expect him to inspire his defense to get stops when he needs them. We expect him to get big plays out of the running game. We expect him to do everything to produce the win. And he hasn't disappointed this year. And today, in 4 hours, if he disappoints, I'll be definitely surprised because we haven't seen it all year. And if you follow the Colts this year, you'll feel the same way too. You'll be surprised if the Colts don't win tomorrow. Even if maybe you think the Saints are going to win, if you've picked the Saints, you will be surprised if the Colts lose today. I really think you will be. Less than 4 hours until the game starts. Freeney's playing. Reggie Wayne's playing. Disappointingly enough, Jared Powers is not. But for the most part, it's a fairly clean Super Bowl. And there really hasn't been a lot to talk about going up to the game. And you know why? It's because of all that stuff I just said. We think that no matter what the Saints do, no matter how great the Saints play, if Manning has a chance at the end, he's going to get it done. That's just the expectation we've had for him. Is it unrealistic? Is it unfair? Maybe, but that's the expectation he's set up for us. And if he delivers today, if he justifies those high expectations one more time today, then we'll remember this year as one of the all-time great for a quarterback, even if the statistics maybe don't match up with some of the others. Because he never lost when he really wanted to win. He didn't. And now he's just one win away. Didn't have a lot to say throughout the week. It looks like it's going to be a pretty clean, healthy Super Bowl. Good weather. Looking at the Saints, they've played one really good game over the past month and a half, the game against Arizona. Not sure how huge a fan I am of the weather in terms of how I think it's going to help either team. I think it's going to be pretty even there. Colts, throughout this whole postseason, I've been impressed. Defense been playing well, offense been clicking. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. There really isn't too much to talk about here because we've reached this plateau of unrealistic expectations for Peyton Manning. So, I'm going to say 28-17 Colts. Peyton Manning will win Super Bowl MVP. I'm going to just leave it at that. They're going to win. That's all there is to say. See you after the game.